One thing that I noticed is it's not doing like a fundraiser or anything. It seems like it's a legit game. Like it's a
Yeah.
legit game being made by an actual developer, and
Mhm.
it doesn't seem like it's just fucking MatPat bait. It doesn't seem like they're gonna be on Twitter saying, MatPat's gonna dissect every minute of this game. Today we're gonna be talking about a new horror game that was shown off recently called Choo Choo Charles. I keep wanting to say Choo Choo Charlie. This game is inspired by Thomas the Tank Engine, and it is a part of the genre that I and a few other people are calling nostalgia horror. That being something that looks like something from the past, sometimes is something from the past, and is made to invoke fear off of things that people might have been creeped out on when they were a child. And I have heard a lot of people say that they were creeped out by Thomas the Tank Engine. So at least this has a legitimate source of fear with it, kind of like with FNAF, where a lot of people were creeped out by Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. I never was, but some people were creeped out by animatronics. And
Those people are dork.
this is partially inspired by the memes that went around a while back of, is Thomas a living train, or is he a creature that lives inside of a train and the train's just his body? That's where this meme comes from. So, the Choo Choo Charles game is going to be basically a survival horror game where you have to build up your resources, do side quests, and try to make your own souped up super train to kill the monstrous spider train that's coming after you, that being Choo Choo Charles. And from what I'm seeing, that makes this better than your typical FNAF or other nostalgia horror game. It doesn't look like there's going to be lore. And I'm so glad that there's not going to be lore. I'm sure there's going to be some, but it's not posing itself as a mystery. And I'm fucking tired of this. I'm tired of Poppy Playtime. I'm tired of fucking Tattletale, FNAF, fucking Duck Season. All these games where it's like, uncover the mystery. And it's like, your mystery isn't that clever, and it's not that good of a game.
No. No.
So I'm
not at
glad
all.
that this is just a game. You play it, you upgrade your train, you fucking kill the other train. Easy. I wanted these to be real games instead of just puzzles with shitty fucking amateur stories attached to them.
Yeah.
So that's one thing Choo Choo Charles has going for it immediately that I like, is that it's an actual game. There's a real objective, there's a real ending, there's no fucking chapters, there's no lore dumps. It looks like it's just one game with a solid fucking beginning, middle, and end. And you're supposed to be fighting against these cultists who want to feed you to the train. It seems interesting. I like the premise. I like the look of the monster. I've always thought that Thomas the Tank Engine JJ the Jet Plane was always a bit creepy. So I see potential in this, and at least from where I'm coming from, I think it could be good. And unlike the other ones where it's like ooky, spooky, you don't know when the scripted horror event's gonna happen, it appears like Choo Choo Charles has an AI, and he'll actually be hunting for you.
I think there will probably still be some scripted events, but it does look like for the most part it will be just him hunting you down.
I'm hoping this is like a Breath of the Wild type game where if you want to, you could immediately fucking kill Charles. That's what I'm hoping for. Like for people who for people who are like uber fucking elites, they can just speed run this and fucking kill Charles immediately. You won't want to do that, but I want to have the option to do it.
Yeah. I think that would be cool, but I doubt that that's what they'll do. The game kind of reminds me of Slender 2 in a way.
A
I
little
doubt
bit.
that they'll I doubt that they'll have some collecting bits for lore purposes.
Well,
but
the main thing I'm glad is
yeah,
that
Charles.
you can actually shoot the fucking thing. You can actually shoot the fucking thing, and the main goal is to shoot the fucking thing to death. And you can actually see the health bar ticking down, so you know what you're doing is actually hurting it, and the goal is to slowly get better weapons to kill it. So, I think this is an interesting approach on horror. It's not the stupid fucking slow approach horror, it's more like Resident Evil style horror, where like it's action horror.
Yeah, and I think, like, we've been missing out on those kinds of games for a while now, just because of fucking shit like FNAF.
Well, I like horror games like FNAF, where
No, I do
the
too.
horror is something you don't immediately see. But I think we've had too much of it, and too much of a good thing is bad. And I'm glad that they're giving us something different with the idea of a horror monster that you can track and, like, prevent it from attacking you, and something that you can actually make bleed and kill it.
Yeah. Like, I do like that aspect of it, because, like you said, we haven't had shit like that in a while. So I'm really hoping... Like, I don't think it's going to be that scary of a game, honestly, from the looks of it. It doesn't look like it'd be a game I would be particularly interested in. Like, maybe past a few Let's Players playing it. But I want this kind of fucking horror content to come back.
One thing I noticed is, like,
heavy lore shit.
One thing that I noticed is it's not doing, like, a fundraiser or anything. It seems like it's a legit game. Like, it's a legit game being made by an actual developer. And it doesn't seem like it's just fucking MatPat bait. It doesn't seem like they're gonna be on Twitter saying, MatPat's gonna dissect every minute of this game.
He's gonna do it frame by frame.
Yeah, so I think this game is gonna be okay. I'm not expecting a lot from it, but it doesn't take a lot to impress me. I'm not like a super fucking snob, or I don't see myself as a critic. I'm a simple man, and I'm very easy to please. And I think that Choo Choo Charles will fucking satisfy the what I'm wanting from this.
I don't think, like I said, it's gonna be a game for me, but I want more stuff like this, so I'm hoping it does do well. Because I think, like, what I'm most curious about are the cultists, like how the fuck the train came into being, and why there's a crazy cult around them, and why the train has not eaten the crazy cultists.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get all that answered. It's still very rough looking, there's still a lot of time before it launches, but it is a horror game I'm actually interested in. And I'm interested in Poppy playtime too, but it's just the stupid lore bait. It gets you in with the whole, there's a mystery, and then once you've committed to it, you're just gonna sit there till you're disappointed.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I forgot what I was gonna say, it slipped my mind.
But yeah, Choo Choo Charles, don't fucking disappoint. You look good, I hope you're good. That's all I have to say.
I don't know. I think it'll be okay, but it doesn't look too impressive to me.
Like I said, I don't expect much from these fucking indie horror games.
Yeah, because I want some lore, because it's brought out questions that make me confused and not sure if I'm going to be able to be immersed in it. I think that's part of what's putting me off from it. But I don't want heavy fucking lore dumps. Because, like we've said before, I think in, like, a video talking about creepypastas, what made them interesting was, like, not really knowing that much about them. So I don't really want to know that much about the train, but I want to know something about it, like how it possibly came into being. Something about how the cultists are even still alive around the thing.
Enemy spotted A.
Because as it stands now, it's
Spike
just
down A.
a little too odd for me.